Hello everyone and welcome to your winter weather update, this one for January 9th, 2020. So this is still going over the same forecast period as yesterday. We're just now quite late into the day on Thursday, and I did want to talk about some significant changes that have come to the forecast since the last video yesterday. So we'll start with the next 7 days. Things are looking pretty similar on the next 7 days. Still a cool down ensuing from Friday to Sunday before things warm back up, and then a cool down again. That's been delayed a little bit though to Wednesday, but 100% chances of rain today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Rain will be quite heavy late this evening. Could drop 1 to 2 inches again, and then again Friday we're going to see a really big line of storms form, and that could produce very, very heavy rain throughout the entire St. Louis area. 2 to 4 inches being the current expectation. Saturday, some wintry precipitation could occur, and we'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. But again, that's changed a good bit, and this line that's been touted to be coming in Friday night and moving out Saturday morning will probably be moving in now very late Friday night and could last all the way until 9 a.m. on Saturday. So that's currently the timing of both of the waves of storms, so Thursday night tonight and early Saturday morning for the next line. So, winter weather threats, here they are. Snow's been upgraded to a moderate threat, and that may need to be upgraded again. That outlier scenario that I was talking about, there was kind of a middle ground now that the models have chosen between the outlier scenario I talked about yesterday and the scenario that was depicted yesterday. So we've kind of found a middle ground. Most of the models are there, but there's been lots of shifting in models. There have been lots of current conditions that did not verify from yesterday's runs, so there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of stuff up in the air. That accounts for every single forecast I will be showing today, with the exception of the severe weather forecast. So, when it comes to freezing rain, still an extreme threat. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, but still some spots locally could get over an inch. Ice is a moderate threat, could need a high threat upgrade soon, and strong winds still up to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts are possible throughout the St. Louis area. Overall threat remains very high. So let's talk about current weather alerts within the St. Louis area. Flash flood watch is in effect, and so is a winter storm watch. That's for some northern counties. You can go to weather.gov and click on the St. Louis area in order to get more information on what the National Weather Service is saying there. MicroCasting St. Louis will likely be making a few posts on social media regarding what the National Weather Service has been saying within the next few hours. So getting into severe threats, strong winds are a low threat, large hail is a very low threat, tornadoes are a low threat, and flooding is a high threat, a very high threat at that. So the overall threat is high here. We could get a couple of wind gusts over 60 mile per hour with a few storms and maybe even some weak tornadoes as well. Large hail looking quite unlikely at this time though. So if severe weather does occur, it'll likely be strong winds or a tornado or two. Still nothing that's going to be too big of a deal, especially compared to what's going on south of us, where there is quite the severe weather event that's likely to unfold tomorrow. So now that we've talked about all this, let's talk about what rain accumulations are looking like. Over 4 inches possible for quite a large swath here. You can see where this black dotted line is. That is where 4 inches and more is possible. The red area is where it's more than likely you'll get 4 inches, and the darker red is where you could get 5 inches of rain. So these are going to be where the big totals are likely to be. You can see the St. Louis Metro well within that. 4 inches just north of the Metro is definitely possible. Within the whole area, most areas are going to be seeing at least 2 inches, although the very northern side could be getting away with just an inch or so. We'll have to see how this pans out here over the next couple of days, but most of the area is going to receive a significant amount of rain. So let's get into snow accumulations now. You can see there's a very large swath of 8 to 12 inches possible. This has gotten significantly more aggressive than yesterday. The line for 1 to 2 inches is now just outside of St. Louis. That before was much farther away, and that could continue to creep towards, but it is definitely now an apparent possibility that some areas on the western side of the St. Louis area could locally get over 4 inches of snow. You can see where the 8 to 12 inches is possible, and you can see that transition to the lighter blue where it's more likely than not, and then you can see the cyan looking color, that's where 4 to 8 inches is possible. But this will all be moving through on Saturday with lots of moisture and a very good possibility for high snow accumulations. Let's talk about freezing rain. Freezing rain, we don't have that 1-inch contour on there anymore, but still that line on the northern side of the area is what's currently expected. St. Louis now within the 0.01 to 0.05 inch range, and the 0.05 to 0.1 range is just north. So this could continue to creep south when it comes to the dustings and when it comes to the glazings of ice, but I don't think St. Louis will see anything more than 1/10 of an inch out of the system at this time. Although that is a little up in the air, things have been shifting, things have been wobbling. I'm fairly confident in saying that more updates will come out over the next couple of days regarding this system, so if I do believe that has changed, you will be informed of that. Thank you so much for watching this update. You can follow us on Facebook at MicroCasting St. Louis. You can follow us on Twitter at MicroCastingSTL, and you can follow us on Instagram by just searching MicroCasting St. Louis. Will be the first result that comes up. So thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe and hit the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a new video if you enjoyed this content.